Welcome back, friends. Today, our practice is going to be all done on the floor. It'll be really great for sensitive knees. I'm trying to think if I don't think we even come on our hands and knees in this practice. So it's just a little floor play. We work some muscles, floor play. We're going to work some of our muscles, get a nice, good little mini workout in, and some mostly just nice stretching. So, this practice, we're going to start on our backs and take your legs out long, your hands wherever they fall, and take a couple deep breaths wherever you are. You can have your arms up at your sides. Take 3 deep breaths. And then when you're ready, reach your arms up overhead, point and flex your feet, roll your wrists and ankles, full body stretch here, like you're just waking up. Maybe rock your head a little side to side. Bring your arms down and you can place them wherever it feels good. And then we are just going to rock our head side to side. This practice is really great to do maybe on a lazy morning when you're just feeling kind of lazy and you don't want to get too worked up and you just want to have a nice lazy day. Now, whenever you're ready, go ahead and reach your arms up overhead again. And you can activate your legs if that feels good. And you're just going to kind of wave your arms and your upper torso for a second. Getting a little movement in the spine. That's why this practice is really great in the morning. Nice slow start. And then when you're done, bring your arms back down. And then you're going to take your feet flat to the mat. Take your feet wide as the mat. And then from here, keep your feet flat on the mat, toes pointed forward. You can have them a little pointed out if you want. Now, without moving your pelvis too much, you're just going to let your knees start falling in and out. You can do one at a time. But don't let your pelvis rock here. Don't let your pelvis help. We want this movement isolated in our hip joints. So you can move them at opposite times. You can move them together. You can roll out on the edge of your foot. But if you notice my knees aren't falling out too far, keep breathing here. Starting to wake up in our joints. Just letting the knees fall in and out. And then when you're ready, you can pause here. Bring the arms straight up. Keep your shoulder blades pushed down into the mat, or not pushed down, just let your shoulder blades rest on the mat. How about that? Fingertips reaching towards the sky. And then when you're ready, reach up with your right fingertips. Your shoulder blade comes up off the mat. Keep the left shoulder blade on the mat. Exhale, release. Left hand comes up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, release. We're going to do the right hand again. And this time you might take it out to the right. Keep your shoulder blade reaching through our shoulder blade. And you might take it over to the left, getting a little mini twist in our spine. Release, left hand. Take it all the way out. Reaching through the shoulder blade. Reaching over. Back up. One more time on each side. You can switch up your twist and which way you take your arm this time. Perfect. Shake out your arms and then bring your knees towards your chest and then let your palms grab your kneecaps and just let your feet hang. You can wiggle your feet around a little bit here, stretching through the ankles. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift the right side of our pelvis, keeping the left side down. Now we're our knees aren't moving too much here, and we're using our core muscles to lift that side of our pelvis. And then go to the left. And for some people, it's easier to have their hands planted on the ground. So your knees really aren't going very far. Your core muscles are what is working to lift the pelvis. Side to side. Come back to one more each side. Now come back to center. Roll your ankles. And then when you're ready, reach up, and we're going to do opposite sides. So lift the left side of your pelvis, lift the right shoulder blade. Release. Switch. Release. Move with your breath. Moving opposite sides. Work in our brain, especially if you're just waking up. And when you're ready, you can release down to the mat. Take a breather. Couple big inhales and exhales. And then whenever you're ready, you can either bring your knees up and rock and roll up to a seated position. You can roll on your side and slowly come up. It's up to you. And you're going to come all the way up to a seat. Nice comfortable seat, however you want to sit, whatever feels best for you. Now from here, just find your next stretch, whatever it may be, drawing circles, keeping length in the spine, letting the natural curves of the spine be natural, not trying to really reach through them and straighten the spine. Just lengthening gently. Reverse directions of the circles of your nose, neck, if that feels good, whenever you're ready. And then we'll squeeze our shoulders up to our ears, squeeze and hold, squeeze and hold. Exhale, pull our shoulder blades down and back. 2 more. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, down and back. 1 more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. This time we'll hold, hold, hold. Exhale, shoulder blades slide down and back. Oh, that felt good. Plant your left palm. Right palm comes up and over, side body stretch. Find a little bit of organic movement here, whatever feels best, keeping our chest open or not rounding down too much. Now, if that feels good and you get a nice lower back stretch, you can do that. You just need to find what you need today. And then when you're ready, round that right hand all the way down, bring it to your left kneecap. Inhale, left hand comes up and over. If you've done any of my classes, you may know this stretch. It's one of my favorites. Breathe. Exhale, rounding through. Arch, arch, arch through your back. Bring your chin to your chest. You might find a little sway. Inhale, open up. Pull your elbows down and back. And then we're going to switch. Right hand comes to the mat, left hand comes up and over. And then again, find your organic movement. And then when you're ready, take your left hand, round through to your right knee. Inhale, right hand comes up and over. Stretching through the right side body again. Reaching through our fingertips. Exhale, round it through. Chin to chest. Finding a sway if it feels good. Inhale, open up. Fingertips reach, pull your elbows down, shoulder blades down and together on our backs. Perfect. And from here, we're going to come into a straddle position. So take your legs wide, and we don't have to have them as wide as we can go. So take your legs wide. Activate, actually bring them in a little bit from as wide as you can go. Activate through your toes, pointing them towards your ears. Keep that length in your spine. You don't want to slouch here. If you feel like you're slouching, you can lift your hips a little bit, but we're going to, for this first part, but here in a minute, you'll have to move that because we're going to be sliding back and forth. So from here, we're going to rotate our feet in and out. Okay, shake that out. Now we're going to do the same thing, but think about rotating your femurs in your hip sockets. Might feel a little bit different. Rotate. Pressing your legs towards the floor. The movement initiates in the femur bone. Bring your legs a little together. Keep rotating. Bring your legs together. Keep rotating. A little closer. Should really be feeling this around your hip joint. A little bit closer. And then together. Keeping length in our spine. Now when you're ready, slide them out a little bit. You might be feeling this. I know I am. Keep going. A little bit wider. A little bit wider. Shake your legs out. Now then when you're ready, just take your torso, turn it towards the right side, lean forward a little bit. Might feel a big stretch. Inhale back to center, rotate towards your left, lean forward a little bit. Inhale back up. Now this time we're going to rotate towards the right side, turn that left foot in, come up off that hip, and you're going to, with resistance, pull your legs into our 90-90 legs. And then when you're ready, just slide back out. And then turn your torso, rotate, slide. Use that resistance. Continue going back and forth a couple times on your own. Keep that resistance. I always forget to leave socks on for this. Makes it a little bit easier to slide. One more time on each side. Move slow and mindful. And then come back to center. And we're gonna go, yeah, let's do this. Come back to 90-90, torso towards the right. And then when you're ready, press your knee into the mat and see if you can lift your back foot off the mat. Let me scoot back so you can see me. See if you can lift that foot. Whew, you'll feel that here. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale, release. Switch sides one more time. Flipping over to the other side. Pressing that right knee into the mat. When you're ready, inhale, lift that back foot. One more breath. Exhale, release. Come back to your straddle position. Walk your fingertips out just as far as they can go. Pressing your legs into the mat. Our toes are active still. Keeping your spine long, not rounding over here. Breathing deep. You might find a little sway here. Breathe. And then when you're ready, come on up. Lift your knees, bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees fall out wide. Cobbler's pose. Pressing the outer thighs into the mat. You can wrap your fingertips around your toes, or my favorite is a nice arch massage. Take your thumbs and really massage the arches of your feet if you're comfortable. And then when you're ready, you can stop doing that. You can take a forward fold. So inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward. If not, you can stay sitting up and massaging your feet, or just enjoying wrapping your hands around your toes if they're cold. Like mine almost always are. Breathing deep here. Let the crown of your head drop on an exhale. Inhale, tuck your chin in, roll it up slowly. And then you can either stay in this cobbler position, or you can come to a nice comfortable seat. We're going to do a little work in the shoulders, and then a couple little things, and then we'll come back onto our backs. So however you feel comfortable. If you're uncomfortable in cobblers and you want to stay there for a minute, go for it. Otherwise, and if you want to sit on a blanket or something for this is perfect. So you might grab a blanket or towel, if you have one available, and we're going to take our arms out to our sides. Reach, reach, reach through your fingertips. Keep reaching. And then when you're ready, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to rotate our palms up to the ceiling and down, maybe towards the back wall. You don't want to go too far. And you're rotating your palms. Now release and let go. Shake it out. Take your arms back out long. Now this time we're going to think about doing that movement, but initiating it from the upper arm bone, just like we did with the femur. So think about that head of that bone rotating in your shoulder socket. Shoulder blades are probably spread wide here, because if your shoulder blades are pulled together and you're trying to do this, it might feel kind of clunky. You might be kind of rubbing. If not, that's great, and that's more comfortable for you, do that. Otherwise, we're going to rotate, reaching through our fingertips, starting the rotation from our upper arm bone, being mindful, breathing. Perfect. Release. Might shake it out a little bit. And then we're going to take our arms up, palms like we're pressing the walls away. It's a bit of a forearm stretch. Reach, reach, reach. And then just bring your hands together and out. Now we especially want to keep reaching through our shoulder blades here. This might feel really clunky for some people. So reaching, thumbs together, then back out. Now we're going to start taking it up higher. Going slow and mindful. Reach, reach, reach through your shoulder blades. Then we're going to bring it back down. And we're going to take it lower. And if you're tired of holding your palms forward, you can reach your fingertips that way. Just make sure you're reaching through your shoulder blades. It might change it a little bit. Might be a nice little change. Start working your way back up to shoulder height. Reaching through our fingertips. Rotate a couple more times. Release, shake it out. Whew. Now take your arms forward, and we're going to come into a couple different forearm stretches here, so you can stick with your favorite, try all three. So take your left palm forward, right palm comes and gives a nice little pull back on those fingers. Don't tug hard, and then point your fingers down. And switching hands whenever you're ready. Excellent. Now, another forearm stretch we can do is come to Anjali Mudra, or hands at your heart, prayer position. And then when you're ready, pressing your hands together, elbows are wide. Take your fingertips down. Nice wrist stretch, nice forearm stretch. 2 more breaths. And then the other you can do if you want is you can come up onto your hands and knees, turn your palms towards the inside, and then just find a slight rock. It's up to you. So find your forearm stretch, take a couple deep breaths there, and then when you're ready, we'll come back to center. We'll inhale, take our arms out wide. Exhale, bring your arms together across the right arm under the left. Intertwine your arms. If you can get your palms to touch, great. If not, back to back, hands back to back is okay. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, forearms forward. Keep your shoulders dropping away from your ears. You should feel a big stretch. Take 3 more deep breaths here. When you're ready, take your arms back out wide. This time, cross the left hand under the right, and then intertwine. Hands back to back, right here. And then we'll find our eagle arms. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, forearms come slightly forward. Shoulders dipping away from our ears. They're going to come up some, but you don't want them to scrunch up. Three more deep breaths. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Ooh, that felt really good. And from here, you can keep your blanket under you if you want. You're going to take your legs out long in front of you. You want your feet about hip width apart. And then activate your toes towards your forehead, your eyebrows, the ceiling. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, we're going to come into a forward fold, hinging at the hips. So you can start with your spine long. Let this posture, this pose, unfold slowly for you. We don't have to come into, our head touching the ground here immediately. It's nice to kind of let it unfold slowly. You might start sliding your heels out. Maybe every exhale takes you a little bit deeper. Whenever you're ready, if you even want to, you can let your spine round. You might be here. It's going to be different every day for everyone. When you're ready, tuck your chin into your chest. Slowly roll it up on an inhale. Lift the left knee. Now, you can we're going to come into a twist here, so you can leave your foot flat on the mat next to your right inner thigh, or you can take your foot flat to the mat next to your right outer thigh. We're going to inhale, take your right arm up for that length in your side, and then we're going to either wrap around your knee, or you can bring your elbow to the opposite side of your knee. It's your choice. Bring your left fingertips around and try and keep that length in your spine. So you can be here, you can be here, you can even be here.
Breathing deeply. Try not to lean back too much or forward too much. 2 more deep breaths. Exhale, release, unravel, and switch sides. So pick whichever version you had on the other side. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, twisting open to the right. Breathing, smiling, relaxing the skin around our eyebrows. Inhale. Exhale to release, and we are going to roll onto our back. So if you want to use this as your blanket or towel as a pillow, you can. I'm going to move mine out of the way, but you are more than welcome to. So find your way onto your back, feet flat on the mat. Walk them a little bit closer towards your glutes. And then when you're ready, hands can be flat on the mat. We'll do some segmental spinal movements or some bridge, and we'll just move slow. So feet are planted flat. Inhale, lift your hips, curling up from the tailbone. Hips lift. Slowly but surely, shins come forward. We don't want our knees to come in too far here or go out, so you want to keep them about hip width. Lifting up, keeping a slight lift in your chin. Exhale, roll it down very slowly. And move at your pace here. Do 2 more of those. And you can bring your arms up overhead, back down with your hips if you want. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, rolling down slowly. And then when you're ready, walk your feet together. Let your knees fall open wide. Again, we're coming into reclined cobbler's pose. And you can place your hands on your hips here, on your belly, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Just breathe. Inhale, bring your knees back together, walk your feet about hip width apart, and then lift your right leg high, interlace behind your thigh, roll that ankle one way and then the other. You can bring that thigh a little closer to your chin if you want a nice hamstring stretch. Keep your pelvis on the mat. And then when you're ready, cross that right ankle over your left thigh. And then let the knee just fall heavy here. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, interlace behind your left thigh. Bring the left knee towards your chin, coming into a reclined pigeon. You can roll your ankles. You can find a nice little rock side to side here, whatever feels good. Anytime I'm on my back, I have a tendency and an urge to kind of rock back and forth. Just get a nice little massage. And then when you're ready, exhale, release that. Place your right foot on the ground. Left foot comes high. Interlace behind your left thigh. Roll that ankle one way and then the other. You can bring that leg a little closer to your chin. And then when you're ready, cross that ankle over, let your knee fall open. Just letting gravity work here. Couple deep breaths. And then when you're ready, lift the right knee, bring it towards your chin. Our reclined pigeon. If you wanted to come into that extension here with the right foot, you can. Finding what it is your body needs. And then when you're ready, release that. Slide your legs out long and walk your heels. Actually, let's do this first. Let's bring our right knee into our chest. Left leg long, reaching through that left heel. Take your right arm out to the side. Shift your hips slightly right, and then you're going to take that knee to the left. Supine twist. Breathing deep. You can bring those fingertips behind your head if you want. Inhale back to center. Switch. Shift your hips. Take that knee over, reaching out with your left hand. Inhale back to center. Take your left foot out long. Walk your heels over to the left bottom corner of your mat. Shimmy your shoulders to the right upper corner of your mat. If you want, reach your arms up. Take your right wrist in your left hand and cross your right ankle over. Full side body stretch here. Inhale back to center, unraveling, and then we'll walk it over to the other side. Crossing that left ankle over if it feels good, left wrist in the right hand. Inhale back to center. Take your arms up overhead. Full body stretch, pointing and flexing our feet again. Rolling through our wrists, ankles. Might take your head side to side. And then when you're ready, finding your way to your most comfortable Shavasana. If you have time, I hope that you do. So if it's comfortable, take your feet wide, place your hands where they feel most comfortable, and see if you can let your body just start sinking into the mat. Finding our natural breath again. Hopefully you enjoyed some time to just kind of roll around and spend some playtime on the mat. I think we all need that a little bit right now. So wherever you find yourself, I hope that you are able to take a few moments to just pause and breathe and know that you've done something for yourself just by taking your time on this mat today. You're doing something good for yourself. It's important to do a little bit of that every day. So you can either take this into Shavasana and enjoy some nice, lovely downtime on your mat. If not, I hope that you got something good out of that practice today. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's always an honor to have you join me. And I will see you next time. Thank you.